Our next story is on Dotun, who said he had trust and self-esteem issues after their maid molested him when he was 11 years old. Dotun FM shares his story as the rape scandal involving Koza pastor Biodu Fatoyibo lingers on. He has come out to reveal how he was sexually molested by his housemaid when he was 11. Dotun, who is now married, said amongst the effects the unfortunate incident had on him was that he began to masturbate a lot and was withdrawn, had self-esteem issues, amongst others. I think I'm really particular about this story because we've talked about how we do not address issues that has to do with the boy child and men. Like, we tend to just sweep it under the carpet and feel like, oh, once it's a girl child, everybody's on it, everybody's talking about it. But I know this is not a case of I feel. I know that they go through a lot. Sometimes they live in denial. They don't understand that this is not right. They were supposed to be treated a certain type of way. But I think talking about it more will help people understand that this is not right and it should not be condoned. And which is why I like Dotun's side of the story, because he's sharing his own real story now. And while he was sharing this story, there were points where he mentioned people to say, I mean, this is why I'm this way. And we know Dotun, we know how he is. And it's now, even in the comment section, people were like, oh, now we understand why he is. Because Dotun is this energetic person that you wonder why are you this way, and he could do some things and you wonder why would you do it this way. But right now it's making people understand where he's coming from, what made him have the whole walls, and the kind of person he is. And I think this is really important to be talked about.
Yeah, so basically, I think you said most of it when you said we're not paying attention to the boy child. And a lot of things happen to guys that if it was in comparison to a woman, it would be taken more seriously. But because it's a man, they feel like it's still part of the patriarchal society. You don't get to speak up on this. And I read his old thread and I saw the parts where he felt he was withdrawn because he felt he had done things that his mates haven't done. You know, it gives you that kind of self-confidence, like, yeah, I'm a big boy. But in the real sense, that's not the situation. You're actually going through a phase you are not supposed to go through at that time because it's not the right time. So with Dotun coming out to say this, I hope a lot of other men will stand up for other social issues that are affecting men, such as domestic violence, which is also attributed to men physically, verbally, and all of that. You know, even the expectation of the society from a man. I hope this will open the doors for a lot of men to actually come out and speak about their experiences, because a lot of people do not even know what men go through half of the time. They just think it's about, oh yes, it's about the woman. And
massive.
It's also understandable that we can also say that about the woman, because the woman is supposed to be looked after by each and every one of us. You are supposed to look after a woman. I'm supposed to look after a woman, because that's how it's supposed to be.
We are supposed to look after each other. Really.
Yeah, we're supposed to look after each other, but I'm talking about the system. The system makes it look like it's all about the woman. So I like the fact that Dotun has come out to say this, and it's not coming out from the angle of I'm with Busola, I'm with this, even though we know this is off the back of all of that, but he's still just sharing his experience and letting you know that, look, everybody has a story. And with this, I hope a lot of other men will come out and speak up.
Okay.
It was very interesting looking through the comments, and a lot of guys were hailing him, that he's really bold for doing that. That usually when some guy said something, usually when something about like that happens, they say, but you're enjoying it now, but you're enjoying it. A lot of the problems for men come from men. There's this idea that we have taught them, either deliberately or subconsciously as a society, that they're not supposed to have feelings and that they're sex machines and, you know, you're supposed to like this thing and everything like that. So it's just interesting to see a gangster guy, because if it was also like a bit feminine, they could say you're a wuss or whatever, but it's like a gangster man, like the ideal man of a Nigerian standard, telling you that there's weaknesses and those weaknesses affect you. I remember when we were younger, we used to say, like, this person has problems, though. Like, this person has problems. And you don't realize how, like, true that statement could actually be. That a lot of people are doing certain things that make no sense, are, like, hitting their wives or, like, lashing out all of a sudden or being toxic, even with their guy friends. And you don't realize that the problem has come from when they were younger. And I think what's really sad, because it's not a Nigerian thing, it's not an African thing, it's just a world thing. Men get exploited everywhere. But I think the problem with our society is that we don't even have any means to help these people when that happens. Like, do we have a therapy session? Do we have like access to for a place where kids can find safety in school to talk about what they're going through at home? If they do you have a place to remove them, put them into shelter if they cannot go back to their family? All those other things. Like, it's really
Child
deep.
welfare services and all that.
Who's advocating for the children, really? Because all this stems from the people who were minors, and you get them then, and their whole lives are, you know, are tilted and messed up. So I really just hope, like I said about Busolazom, that this thing also spikes a conversation, and then our parents can really start to wake up, especially our generation. Well, maybe not mine, like the 40, 50-year-olds, the young parents now can start to do something different. Talk to your male child more. Let them understand that it's okay to cry. It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to let us know if auntie touches you in the wrong way and all of that stuff. So I'm happy he came out to do this.
All right. And we're
No
going.
weakness.